Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Disruptive Franchise Podcast. This week, I've got a fantastic special guest with me. I've got Milena Cruz from El Recreo Spanish. Welcome, Milena.
Thank you, Stacey. Thank you for the invite. I'm very glad to be here.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure to have you. Tell us a little bit about your business, Milena. Tell us what you do as a franchise and kind of how you got started.
Yes, thank you. So we are El Recreo Spanish. We are a Spanish language education franchise. We focus on Spanish only. We teach Spanish to very young babies from the very young age. We implement a program that has elements of baby massage with routines in Spanish. And then we have classes for children under 5 and children in primary school, secondary school age, and also adults. So we have all the ages. We have a program for everyone. We started back in 2016. And the franchise started it's going to be 3 years this year in October. Yeah, so it's been a very nice journey. Because one thing is offering the classes and the other thing is offering the franchise opportunity for people who are interested. And yeah, everything started basically with my daughter. She was my inspiration. Her first language was Spanish. We were speaking Spanish all the time at home. And then once she started school, she was, speaking more English because obviously is the language, the common language where, the school, her friends. And then I thought, well, I need to create a community and a space for my daughter to, develop these, not only the language, but also the culture aspects of the language.
I love that. I love that it's not just language as well. Like it's all those different elements, but like you say, focus on learning the culture, because actually, I think that's the thing that we kind of miss that makes it the human aspect of language learning, isn't it? Like at school, they get taught that my kids do French at school and they come home and it's like, how was your French lesson? Yeah, it was fine. We talked about trains. Like they don't get the enrichment around that. I love that aspect.
Exactly, especially because not everyone knows, but we have 21 Spanish-speaking countries. So we are on a mission. Yes, we are on a mission to spread this love, food, traditions, music, and all these beautiful things that come with the language.
That's incredible. I didn't realize there was that many. Oh, that is cool. And it must be quite, for us, it's a bit frustrating because in the school system, like they only get French. So, but there are so many other languages. Why only French? Like, well, because that's what we teach. Like, why? Because that's what we've always taught. Like, but why? Like, I'm an inquisitive person. I like to ask, well, but why are we doing this? So when you started teaching, like what made you kind of turn to franchise for expansion? What was it about the business that made you go, right, we need to franchise now?
Yeah, so basically we are more than teaching language, we are creating communities. And it's basically because we have families who are Spanish speakers, who live here, and they are teaching the language to the kids. But we also have people who just see the beauty and the benefits of bilingualism. So we have people from all over the world. So we have people from Spain, Mexico, England, obviously, Russia, Poland, like many different languages, many different countries. And so we wanted to create this space that, provides communities for people to go to their roots if, they speak Spanish, but also for other people who don't know about these traditions to learn and to connect and to love, And so basically that's why we were asked for questions all the time. We were asking for different locations. Oh, do you have classes in North London? Do you have classes here, there? And we were like, no, we can't, because we are just based in Southeast London. We started in Southeast London. So I thought, what is the best way to be able to provide these kind of communities that everyone needs? And then I thought, yes, the franchise, that's the best business model for us. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. How did you find that journey from like business into franchise? Because we were just saying before we kind of hit record that like you're basically running two things, aren't you? Like you've got the business that you're running and then you've got this franchise element as well. How do you find all of that?
Completely different thing. Completely different thing because, when you're selling, courses, you're going and reaching to different kind of people. So first I was reaching to parents who are raising bilingual kids. Now I am looking and I need to find, these amazing people who are passionate about Spanish language and culture. So it's completely different people. So my message has to be different for a specific niche. And also just adjusting the business to be introduced to other people in a way that is nice and smooth, and everyone knows the systems, the processes and how we do things. So being able that, making sure that everyone has the same experience here and everywhere.
Yeah, it's quite a lot, isn't it, as a franchise?
It's exciting because you see your brand growing and you see more people, loving the classes. So it's really exciting. At the beginning, it was a little bit scary. But then, I was like, yes, we can, we can do it. And we're doing it together. You see, it's not me. Now we are a network. And it makes us stronger because everyone is bringing elements to the business that, is something that is priceless.
Yeah, I get that. And I think your approach of like creating communities as well as part of kind of like, so you're not buying a franchise to just go and stand in a classroom and teach language. You've created a franchise where they go out and they nurture and foster communities. And actually within a franchise, that's what a franchise is when it thrives, is it's an amazing community where you all come together, right? So it must be quite self-fulfilling in that way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Amazing. So back in 2023, you applied for the Disruptive Franchise Awards and you were a finalist for the Social Impact Award. Tell me why you applied and what you got from it.
Yes. So yeah, that was, oh, wow. I just realized it was 2 years ago.
No.
Wow. It looks like it was last year, but yeah, it was 2 years ago. So I think for me personally, the word disruptive is kind of like, it's a different word. You kind of like, what is that? And I think everyone, when you have a business, you think, your business is unique, your business is like nothing out there. And I believe the same, I believe the same because our business model is different. As I mentioned to you, we focus on culture and language and community. So we are trying to bring this identity as well, because we have many parents that, they are leaving behind their language because obviously it's the common language everyone speaks. And we just want to have like a create a movement, like being a big impact. So we are not only teaching the language, we are also bringing these roots, like trying to bring this awareness of our roots that we need to give to our children, because this is something that it is a gift. It is a gift. And now I can see it, because when we started El Recreo, as I mentioned, my daughter was 4. Now we have twins as well. They came along, and just seeing them being proud of this is something that has no name. It's like, for me, we are doing a good job. So for me, the Disruptive Award was something that you are doing something different. So for me, this is why, and especially the social impact, I think that's what we're doing. We are creating communities among the families as well as the franchisees, community.
Yeah, I love it. I really do. You're so right. And the key word is impact, isn't it? It really is. And you just touched on there, like the impact that it's had on your own family as well. I don't know if your kids are the same, but like for my kids, I've got twins as well, and my daughter, and then I've got twin boys. And all they've ever known is me running my Daisy First Aid franchise. And when I told them that I was going to sell my final franchise and not be a franchisee anymore, they were so angry with me. Because like, Mum, but that's what you do and that's the impact that you have. And it really, like, I didn't realize, I think, while I was in the throes of it. And I bet your kids are very similar in like, they're so proud of what you've done and what you've created, right?
Yeah, it is amazing because this is something that comes, it is an addition to what you do. But when you listen these kind of things, you are actually, I am empowering my little kids, your kids, your little people. My daughter now is 15 and that she wants to be everywhere. She's coming with me to events. she's singing in the song, she plays the piano, my boys as well, they play instruments. They always want to bring something fresh. So this is really amazing. I am glad that, your kids see it that way.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's awesome, isn't it? And I see this a lot in franchising, particularly that lifestyle franchise kind of sector that we both sit with, because it's bigger than us, isn't it? Like that what you've created is bigger than you. The impact that it has and the impact that will be lasting. We've come into the world, we've done something heart-led, and it has created an impact that will reach more people than actually we could have ever possibly imagined. When I said to my kids, like, I've sold a franchise, but I'm going to be managing director, I'm going to run the business, they were like, oh, that's good. But are you still going to be teaching? No, but I'll be responsible for teaching. Like, oh, it's not as impressive
for them, because obviously they see you as a role model,
Exactly that. Like I used to go into their school and teach them and their teachers, and that there's a bigger impact. My son had my twins are in year 3, and this week they had a first aid class, and the teacher was saying, like, well, who teaches the teachers first aid? And everyone in the class like, Jack's mum does.
They do. They are the experts. Yeah.
Experts. But it is that, like, there's a lasting, like, the ripple effect. And I think from a lifestyle franchise point of view, I think a lot of us are here in the franchising space with our businesses because we have that heart-led, there is a need that's not being filled, and I care enough. That's what I get from you. Like, you cared enough to go and start something that actually has probably not just enriched but massively impacted a huge community of people, right?
Yeah, it's true.
It's
definitely. Yeah.
Nice. What advice would you give to anybody thinking about franchising their business?
I will say it is scary. And I think for me, I will say you need to be ready before you launch. Like there is so much going on, because you think, because you already done the business before, you think it's ready to go. But no, like you need to create systems and elements that is not going to be overwhelming for you. So I was mentioning to you that we moved last year to America, to Orlando. It was nice and it was beautiful, and because the time difference, I was having calls from the franchisees. Where is, and I was like, I am in the beach, I can't. So I thought this hit me, I need to create ways that everyone, knows where things are. So this is what we've been working really hard. And I think before franchising, you need to kind of be ready that if they want to ask you for something, it's there. If they want to ask you for something, it's there. So they know everything. And then the questions that come to you is something that is not there. So it's something additional, and then it's less, time consuming for you, because this is time consuming. Yeah, but I think it is an amazing opportunity to spread the love of what you have, or what you do, or what you're passionate about. And if you find the right people, it's just a bigger impact. So it is worth it. It is worth it, definitely. And also like the aspects that we've been talking about, our kids, our communities, building relationships with, among people who are doing the same thing is just amazing.
Yeah, it's quite a feeling, isn't it? And actually, when you said it all like that, I kind of got goosebumps all over again, like about how amazing franchising is.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
it's a lot, but it's worth it. I think is what I get from you.
Yeah, it is worth. It is, I think you need to prepare like well before, during, and then once all the systems are done, you are like, wow, you just enjoy, because you need to be proud of yourself. It's hard work. It is hard work.
It is, absolutely. Yeah. I think that's the importance of things like the Disruptive Franchise Awards as well, though, in terms of like we are, as people, we are so like head down, get on with the work, like I've just got to get on with the work. And then it's things like award applications that make us stick our head up and go, oh, I've achieved all, look what I've done. Like I've achieved all of this, because day to day we're just so like, they need that, I need to do that, that's on the list, I need to do more of that. And you don't look up and actually appreciate the scale of what you've
Mhm.
created. Whereas an award application, I think, probably does make you kind of just go, oh my goodness, what have I done?
Yeah, and it's worth, I mean, it's really worth it. Sit down and think about what the things you have achieved, you know. Sometimes we don't take the time to kind of like celebrate things, and this is a good opportunity. Awards is the best opportunity to see, wow, like, yeah, amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So for a franchisor, I think this is quite a tricky question because generally people are like, I've done it already. But if you could do anything and
Yeah.
you knew that it wouldn't fail,
Yeah.
whether that's life or business, what would you do?
Wow, that's a big,
Big
big,
question, isn't it?
yeah, that's a big question. I think creating this community and bringing the big impact and creating little hubs in different kind of places. I think for me it is more about as well supporting the minority communities. So it is something that like we take for granted, but it's place where children can feel, where their roots are. Children can see they belong to. Because it is hard to see when everyone speaks English around you and then you see someone speaking Spanish, you are like, wow, you are also my kind of people because we are both. We are bilingual. In my case, we are trilingual. We speak three languages at home. So kind of like having this support and feeling empowered to use your language is something that is priceless. Is something that bilingual bilingualism in childhood, early childhood is just something amazing, and not everyone knows about it. So it's something that I think it is the big mission in El Recreo Spanish. So yeah, we keep doing that, and we will continue to do that. Yeah.
Love that. I think it provides a safety as well, doesn't it? Because in this world, I think with young children myself, like there's a bit of a skepticism in children about being different. And actually to be able to, like you say, connect with other people that share the culture, share the language, there's something so safe,
Mhm.
important about that message. And
Mhm.
whether they're learning because that's their like native, or whether actually they were just interested in kind of learning more about it because maybe they've got a friend who
Mhm.
comes from like Spanish parents and they speak Spanish at home and they're curious. I think there's such a safety in that connection that it's okay, it's
Yeah.
good actually to be
Yeah.
different and embrace that and celebrate that.
Yeah, definitely that. Yeah. And you mentioned something very important. Some of our students come, oh, my friend speaks Spanish. I know uno, dos, tres. And this is amazing. I love hearing that. I love hearing that. It's just like, for me, it's like, wow. So let's go farther than that and we can continue, learning the language. So yeah, I think it is a mixture of everything, like the culture, the exposure, being proud, and we've been teaching our students that being bilingual is a superpower. It's a superpower. Yeah, and it's true. Like, for example, I can tell for myself in my family, my daughter, our kids, they speak Spanish and Polish. So whenever we go to Colombia, I am originally from Colombia. And for example, once we brought our grandma from Poland, and she was doing all the translations. So and I was like, wow, I cry, I cry because I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then once my parents visited Poland, and there was English, there was Spanish, there was Polish, there was a lot of languages going on. But then I can see, wow, there are like some little, little people representing bigger things. So yeah, I love that question.
I love that answer. It's so good, isn't it? And I think we can always do more.
Yeah.
There's always more to do. And I guess it's that it comes back to inclusion, doesn't it? Like this year we put in an award actually at Disruptive for inclusivity champion, and that embodies so many different things, but it's helping people to feel yeah, safe and included. Above and beyond like going on holiday and just having a little go while you're there. Like when we go to Spain quite regularly, and we always get the kids to do their dinner orders in the local language. So we get them to like read off the menu, and we've like they've got the very that please don't test me because mine is
Yeah. Yeah.
but they have the very basics of like, you know, please, thank you, I would like, that kind of thing. And last year actually we were away, so my twins would have been 7 while we were away, and one of them said, "Oh, but why have we got to do this?" I was like, "Because we're in Spain. That's the language that they speak." Yeah, but they speak English. And so from that really like innocuous moment, we were just out for dinner. There's a really lovely teaching moment there about being respectful of other
Mm.
cultures, and actually like just because we're here and they speak Spanish, they speak English, actually, how amazing is it that you can then converse with them? And they got an awful lot of attention from like the waiting staff in the restaurants we were in, because they were like, "Oh, well done," and like, and it was really validating for them, because
Yeah.
we weren't just on holiday dropping in. Like we tried to just have that little bit of immersion and like,
Yeah.
actually let's really be here.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's important for that as kids. As adults, I obviously you teach adults as well. I imagine that for adults it's super important, right?
Yeah, definitely. And kids learn, from very young age, and they're like sponges. And if we teach, this kind of that there are other countries that speak Spanish apart from Spain, because there are many, it is just, it is them understanding and being you know, supportive with other, cultures and languages and traditions. So yeah.
Love it. What's the mission? What does the future look like for your franchise?
Well, we've been working towards this. Actually, this year we launched our activity books, Spanish activity books for kids, because we've been, teaching classes on a Saturdays during the week in schools and nurseries, but they want more and they need more, because you can't expose a child for 1 hour only a week. It's too little. So we have created our Spanish activity books. We created 2 this year, and we are launching our first storybook, which is Cirilo, our character, visiting Colombia. He will be visiting all the Spanish-speaking countries, and we will be highlighting the music, the traditions, the food, the colors, the nature, the animals, the beauty, the plants, the flowers. So this is what we're doing now. We are creating more opportunities for kids to be exposed to the language. But not only that, we also have created online courses for the parents, because obviously parenting in a bilingual way is not easy. So we have created an ebook courses, online courses for the kids. And what we want to do basically is we just want to have all the resources the parents need, for the kids. So online courses, classes. We have recently launched, and we will be launching in September, our escuelita, which is school in Spanish. And so we've been doing 1 hour classes. From September, it will be a little mini immersion, like an immersion. We will have classes 9 to 12 on Saturdays. So we are very excited. We have actually just received the books. We just received the bags we are going to give to the students. So we are super excited, super excited. So this is what we want to continue doing. And create these resources, opportunities. We also have holiday camps and events, because the events bring the community together. We have dances from around the world. We have food tasting from around the world, music. So we continue doing that. We continue doing that because even though in a world that is all about artificial intelligence right now, we believe that people connect with people, people connect with experiences, and that's what we are all about: experience, community, connection, and yeah.
I love that. It's so innovative as well. Like there are so many companies that offer an hour of Spanish, or an hour of this, but actually to create an entire school with all the resources. Love it. I just love it. And it is that innovation that sets you apart, right?
Mhm.
Because you don't just offer a teaching scenario like with the online and the school and everything that you just said is mega. So
Mhm.
from a franchisee point of view, you've got huge value to offer. But everything that you're doing is aligned with your mission. I love that. I really
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so happy for you. I absolutely love it. Marina, I've absolutely loved talking to you. I just find it so fascinating to see inside the business and kind of everything that you've got going on there. Tell us how people can get in touch with you. If they're listening to this, like, I need to speak to Milena, like now, how do they find you?
Yeah, so we have our website, elrecreospanish.com. We have our store there as well. You can find classes, you can find our books, online resources. We are on Instagram, El Recreo Spanish, or El Recreo Spanish franchise if you are, passionate about Spanish speaking countries and, language and culture. You don't need to be a native speaker. You just need to be passionate about the language and the culture. So that's what we're looking for. So yeah, we are on TikTok, we are on YouTube because we have our channel with our brand songs. So yeah, so we are nearly everywhere.
Everywhere. Fantastic. What we'll do is we'll put all of the relevant links in the show notes so that people can click on it and come find you directly. Belina, thank you so much for being on our podcast today. I've
Thank you,
absolutely
Stacey.
loved it. Thank you very much. And good luck with everything that you've just mentioned there. I'm super excited to see how the schools develop. I think that's
Thank you
awesome.
so much, Stacey. Thank you for having me. And yeah, thank you for creating this space that is very important for franchisees, franchisors, and everyone alike in the franchising world.
Thank you. I think we should all celebrate together because it's super important.
Yes, definitely. We do.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.